The Atlanta Spa Shootings. The Atlanta Spa shootings on March 16, 2021, are a tragic and deeply impactful event that highlighted issues of racial violence, misogyny, and the vulnerability of Asian American communities in the United States. The shootings resulted in the deaths of 8 individuals, including 6 Asian women, across 3 different spas in the Atlanta, Georgia area. The attack brought national attention to the rise in anti-Asian hate crimes during the COVID-19 pandemic and sparked widespread calls for justice and solidarity. Background. On March 16, 2021, Robert Aaron Long, a 21-year-old man from Woodstock, Georgia, embarked on a shooting spree targeting 3 spas in the greater Atlanta area. Long's actions were devastating and left a trail of pain and grief in their wake. The shootings. The spree began at around 5 p.m. at Young's Asian Massage in Acworth, a suburb north of Atlanta. Long entered the spa and opened fire, killing 4 people and injuring 1. The victims included both spa employees and customers. Approximately an hour later, Long drove to Gold Spa in Atlanta, where he shot and killed 3 women. He then crossed the street to Aromatherapy Spa, where he killed another woman. All 4 women killed in Atlanta were of Asian descent, adding to the racial dimensions of the crime. Victims. The 8 victims of the Atlanta spa shootings were: 1. Delana Ashley Yuan, 33, 2. Paul Andre Michels, 54, 3. Xiao J. Emily Tan, 49, 4. Dan Feng, 44, 5. Soon Chung Park, 74, 6. Yoon Young Grant, 51, 7. Sooncha Kim, 69, 8. Yang Aua, 63. The victims were remembered as beloved family members, friends, and community members, with each person's story reflecting the profound loss felt by their loved ones. Arrest and motive. Robert Aaron Long was arrested later that night in Crisp County, about 150 miles south of Atlanta, after a police chase. He was charged with 8 counts of murder and 1 count of aggravated assault. During his initial confession, Long told investigators that his actions were not racially motivated but were instead driven by a sex addiction. He claimed that he targeted the spas because he saw them as sources of temptation that he wanted to eliminate. This explanation was met with skepticism and outrage from the public and advocacy groups, who pointed out the clear racial and gendered aspects of the attack, especially given the surge in anti-Asian violence during the COVID-19 pandemic. Public and political response. The Atlanta spa shootings sparked a nationwide outcry and a wave of solidarity with Asian American communities. The incident highlighted the ongoing discrimination and violence faced by Asian Americans, particularly women, and brought attention to the intersections of race, gender, and violence. President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris visited Atlanta shortly after the shootings to meet with community leaders and offer their condolences. They condemned the violence and expressed solidarity with the Asian American community. Biden also ordered flags to be flown at half-staff in honor of the victims. Advocacy groups, including the Asian American Advocacy Fund and Stop Poppy Hate, organized vigils, rallies, and events to honor the victims and call for action against anti-Asian racism and violence. These events emphasize the need for greater awareness, education, and policy changes to protect vulnerable communities. Legal proceedings. Robert Aaron Long faced multiple charges in both Cherokee County, where Acworth is located, and Fulton County, which includes Atlanta. In July 2021, Long pleaded guilty to the murders in Cherokee County, receiving 4 life sentences without the possibility of parole, plus an additional 35 years for other charges. In Fulton County, Long faced additional charges, including murder and domestic terrorism with a hate crime enhancement. District Attorney Fani Willis indicated her intent to seek the death penalty, citing the severity and premeditated nature of the crimes. Impact and legacy. The Atlanta spa shootings had a profound impact on the Asian American community and the broader public. The incident brought to light the pervasive issues of racial violence, misogyny, and the need for systemic changes to protect marginalized groups. It also underscored the importance of intersectionality in understanding and addressing hate crimes. The shootings galvanized efforts to combat anti-Asian hate, with increased advocacy, support services, and legislative initiatives aimed at protecting Asian American communities. The COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act, which aimed to improve hate crime reporting and provide resources for victims, was signed into law in May 2021, partly in response to the surge in anti-Asian violence. Conclusion. As we explore the Atlanta spa shootings on True Crime, we will delve into the detailed timeline of events, the investigation, and the broader societal implications of this tragic case. Join us as we examine the evidence, the impact on the community, and the ongoing efforts to address racism, misogyny, and violence in our society. The story of the Atlanta spa shootings serves as a powerful reminder of the need for vigilance, solidarity, and action to ensure justice and safety for all communities.